talk a bit more about Daniel Dubois and how much he's grown over the last 12 to 18 months since you guys been together, from, you know, his victories against Hrgovic to what he's achieved now, you know, beating Anthony Joshua back in September and fighting again for the undisputed. How much have you seen him grow over the time with you, and what is it about him that has changed, that has completely transformed him as a fighter now to when he first started with you?
It's a collective of different factors. He's developed in a lot of areas. Remember, it was a marriage of Daniel Dubois turned professional at the age of 19, and what he's gone on to achieve. So along the way, he's been maturing physically, mentally, yeah, as a man, okay, finding himself. So there's a lot of factors to lead to where we are today, where he is today.
Things got pretty explosive up at that press conference. You said you've got loads of respect for Alexander Usyk as a fighter, and all-time great, but elaborate in the comments you made there about the low blow, the body shot incident, please.
Well, it's there, it's well documented. It's not something I'm fabricating or inventing. If you go on YouTube, everyone, I believe, has access to YouTube. What I was referring to is that when he got hit with a perfectly good shot, is on the borderline, the belt line, which is allowed, from my understanding as a boxing coach. The referee bought it because he prepped the referee prior to that actual shot landing. He prepped the referee from previous rounds. Then when the shot that he was citing to be a low blow, referee is a human being, he panicked. We've seen it happen so often, whether it's in football. This is in boxing. The referee had already been conditioned by Alexander Usyk in previous rounds. So when the shot actually landed, the referee panicked. He didn't know what to do. He should be counting. That's what he should be doing. He didn't. When Usyk realized, oh, the referee's bought is not counting, that's when he started to then exaggerate. And he was in pain. When I say to you, I was 2 meters away. I saw what his body was trembling. At no point did he, we're all men here, right? If you get hit by a football, I used to play football, not at top level, but I got football very frequently hit my groin area. And the first thing you do, you grab your groin area and you go on your knees. At no point did he reach out for his groin area, okay? That's first signs. And like I said, his central nervous system, that punch, we've been drilling that punch, and it came home to roost. And he acted, like I said, the acting performance of that night, he should get an Oscar for it, in my opinion.
Do you believe he intentionally cheated? And if so, is it this rematch? Is this personal now?
He didn't go. He didn't look. Alexander, to your question, Usyk, I don't believe went into that fight, I'm going to cheat. He found himself where he's never been in that sort of situation before. It's alien to him. So that was an automatic, instinctive reaction. His body shut down. So therefore, for me, accusing him of cheating, that's big. That's a big claim. That's a big accusation. Okay? It's not the first time I've said it. I've said it since it happened. Okay? I know that it doesn't sit well with him. Who wants to be called a cheat? Anyone who doesn't like what I'm saying, if it happened to you, your fighter, the opportunity to make history and to change your life, your personal life, and other people's life, your family's lives, was denied from you. We're not just fighting. We're fighting for ourselves and our families. So therefore, when that gets taken away from you, it's not fair. Okay? It's not fair. But God has ways God has the master plan. And by denying us at that moment, God said, you, my children, you're not ready to receive the gift I've got for you. So he showed it to us, we touched it, and God took it away, repackaged it, and presented it to us as the undisputed. It's a much bigger fight now. Now, it's our turn now to go and right the wrong.
Don, going into the rematch, how much, without giving too much away, how much body shot's going to play a factor in this? Is that something you're going to be working on again with Daniel? As we know, there's been a lot of talk about Usyk potentially being susceptible to those in his career. Yeah,
it's well documented, like you alluded to. He's weak to the body. But, you know, my instructions, I'm not going to hide it, it was for the first fight. Hit any visible flesh from the waistband upwards. Hit any flesh visibly, seek and destroy. And that's the instructions doesn't change. And we would train to hit any, like I said, any exposed flesh from the belt line upwards.
How much does Daniel's mindset change from the first fight going to the second fight? We know the streak he's been on of unbelievable wins. Is he a different fighter now than he was in the first one?
I would say so. He's more experienced. We've had bad experiences, we've had good experiences. So every experience, whether it's bad, you draw the positives out of. Even in Poland, when we lost that fight, we drew experiences from it to help us to develop, to grow. Him as a fighter, us as a team, we grow together. So therefore, yeah, he's in the perfect. He's 27 years old. He was 25 when he had that fight with Usyk. Okay, there's 2 years of growth and development, and that first fight was his first fight with a new team, a new coach. 14 weeks we'd been together prior to having that fight in Poland. Can you imagine that 24 months later we're going to look what he's done in that space of time? Speaks for itself.
What did you make of Daniel pushing Usyk yesterday? Because, like you mentioned, since the first fight, he's a completely different guy outside the ring as well. Carries himself with a lot of confidence, and he's mentioned since the first fight, he's felt a lot of pain and anger towards what happened in the first fight.
Yeah.
Is that been the main motivation, pain and anger?
Yeah, of course. He feels cheated. So therefore, you got this man who cheated you, then suddenly what people don't see, when two boxers are facing close together, that close, something was said to prompt Daniel, because that's not Daniel. Something was said to him. The audience wouldn't have picked up on it or whatever for him to react like that. Something would have, because I know Daniel well. He won't just come and push you. Usyk is a joker anyway. He likes to joke. He likes to get into people's heads. He would have said something for Daniel to react that way.
Do you feel it is a bit of a grudge because they were